Audio improvements and quality of life fixes. The December 9th update is finally giving Battlefield 2042's audio the overhaul it desperately needed. Footsteps are getting cleaned up, combat sounds are getting properly prioritized, and vehicles will finally stop pulling full-on ninja stealth rolls. Tanks sneaking up like assassins? Yeah, that era is over. The team also tackled the big culprits behind audio dropouts and memory hiccups, especially on sprawling battle royale maps, where sound like to take random vacations. If this patch lands right, gunfights should feel sharper, louder, and way more grounded. Audio is a huge part of immersion in Battlefield, and this update has the potential to completely change the moment-to-moment flow of every fight. Hit registration and netcode improvements. Another major pain point for players has been hit registration. The developers acknowledged the issues and laid out their improvements. Bullet trajectories have been refined during fast-paced actions like zoom transitions, and readability of shot placement should now feel more consistent. They also worked on high-density combat scenarios, so bullets register reliably when multiple players are fighting close together. The dying behind walls issue, which has been responsible for some truly rage-inducing moments, has also been targeted. They fixed a bug where geometry appeared intact on the client side even though it was destroyed on the server. This created situations where shots seemed to pass through objects that should have been solid. The fix should reduce those unfair deaths behind cover that have popped up more frequently since the last patch. Soldier visibility overhaul. Visibility has been another area of concern. Soldiers could blend too easily into shadows or visual clutter, and indoor to outdoor transitions caused a harsh bloom effect that made spotting enemies difficult. This update introduces refinements to close-range visibility effects, making players stand out more in darker environments. Prone animations also received subtle motion changes, making camping less invisible. The team is working on a broader lighting overhaul, ensuring that characters remain readable without compromising the iconic Battlefield aesthetic. The key is balance. Players should be able to use shadows and positioning creatively without becoming impossible to see. These changes aim to strike that middle ground. Weapon adjustments and gunplay tweaks. Weapon handling, first shot accuracy, attachment behavior, and recoil tuning have all been touched. The goal is to enhance consistency without erasing weapon personalities. The developers promise ongoing refinements based on player data, so they are not locking the meta into a single direction. Hopefully they avoid the pitfall of turning every rifle into a laser, something players still remember from Battlefield 2042. Future improvements coming soon. Long-term fixes are already cooking behind the scenes. The devs are digging into those fringe hit-reg issues, the ones where you swear your shots landed but the server disagrees. They're also tracking rare desync spikes tied to destructible environments, and those frustrating "I was already behind cover" deaths. Weapon dispersion from the California Resistance update is still under the microscope too. The meta looks stable for now, but they're ready to tweak anything that drifts out of line as more real-world data rolls in. RedSec armor and tank availability changes. Armor mechanics in RedSec have been a community discussion point, and the developers have reviewed the system in detail. A blog post on armor behavior is planned for early December. Tanks are also getting tweaks because they have felt too strong in the Battle Royale mode. The first change reduces the frequency of tank mission availability, which should naturally lower the number of tanks per match. The team previously mentioned a solo mode for RedSec, and while it has not launched yet, players are eager to see how that plays out. Solos in a Battlefield Battle Royale setting could create interesting opportunities for skill expression and tactical play. BF Labs returns. BF Labs is back, and it's the testing ground for everything the devs don't want public yet. It's locked under NDA, but leaks already point to new mechanics, fresh maps, experimental weapons, and full-on mode prototypes. This is where DICE stress tests the future, collecting raw data, pushing boundaries, and figuring out what's strong enough to make it into the live game. By the way, if you're enjoying the breakdown so far, hit that subscribe button, it helps a ton. Anti-cheat updates and shocking numbers. The anti-cheat numbers released by the studio are staggering. They reported that 98% of matches during launch week were fair and free of cheater impact, leaving an average infection rate of about 2%. During the open beta, over 1.2 million cheat attempts were blocked. Tens of thousands of cheaters were removed, including those bold enough to livestream their exploits. Secure boot adoption jumped from 62% to 92%, and players who enabled it received an in-game tank decal as a thank you. Since launch, EA Javelin Anti-Cheat has blocked over 2.39 million cheat attempts. Even more impressive, 183 out of 190 cheat-related programs tracked by the system have experienced failures, downtimes, or shutdowns after detection updates. Players who submit valid cheat reports are receiving confirmation emails, which has been reassuring to the community. The developers are also targeting cheat hardware such as Cronus and Zen devices, and are collaborating with console manufacturers to keep those systems cleaner. Awards and industry recognition. Battlefield 6 has been nominated for 3 Game Awards categories: Best Audio Design, Best Action Game, and Best Multiplayer. The audio nomination is well-deserved given the strength of the game's ambience and soundscape, even considering the issues being fixed. The competition is heavy, especially with titles like Silent Hill F and Clair Obscur in the mix. Best Action Game could go either way, though Hades 2 is a strong contender. Best Multiplayer is a stacked category too, with Arc Raiders and Split Fiction both posing challenges. Still, the game has a real chance in this category thanks to its scale, the improvements it continues to make, and the dedication of its player base. Fan-made naval map shakes the community. In Portal, a creator known as Kurt in the Grind released one of the most impressive fan-made maps to date. Built using new sections of the Battle Royale map recently added by DICE, this map introduces full naval elements. Players can pilot rib boats, take off from an aircraft carrier, and even fly jets and helicopters around the island. The carrier itself is a mystery because it is not found in any current multiplayer map. It may come from single-player assets or be created through Portal tools. The map, called Gulf of Linden, immediately evokes classics like Gulf of Omen and Cog Island. Its layout and scale feel like a true Battlefield sandbox. However, Portal's biggest challenge persists. If a player hosts an experience without bots, the chances of real players joining are low. With bots, the mode becomes playable, but loses that competitive spark. The map is a perfect example of the free content potential sitting inside Portal. The tools are there. The creativity from the community is there. What is missing is official vetting, validation, and promotion from DICE. If curated properly, maps like Gulf of Linden could easily stand alongside official content in featured playlists. It is an opportunity the developers should not ignore. And if you want more quick updates just like this, make sure to subscribe and comment your thoughts about the changes on the new Battlefield 6 map and the new gaming updates before you go.